So what is transition storage? Transition storage is a state that allows you to transfer an entry value of a transition into another map. So how do we get transition storage? There are currently two known ways to obtain this. The first method is using party swap to interrupt the transition. We want to line out our op so his right side is facing the transition, and we're going to plop down a save, and we're going to load the save so it forces Laxia into the transition. From here, we are able to pause and then swap in the menu for them, and then load a file into the desired map. You'll know that you succeeded when you can walk through the transition without activating it. Method 2 is pausing on the same frame that you touch a transition. To do this, we want to get as close to the transition as possible. We're going to pause and roll. You hear a little whoosh sound effect when you get it. We can then load into the map that we want to take the state into. Opening up the area map shows that our entry point arrow is not where it should be. So what happened here? On the methods shown, we started in this map. We then activate the glitch on this transition. This stores the entry value of 3. We then load it into this map, which sets our entry point to the corresponding transition ID. Manipulating our entrance value doesn't do anything by itself. This is where the respawn mechanic comes in. When you fall off a ledge, the game remembers your last safe location and will respawn you there. However, this has a failsafe. If the game is unable to set this safe position, it will default back to your entrance point. This also happens to party members if they are unable to teleport to you. There are a couple ways to prevent our safe position being set. One of these being transitions. Due to the effects of transition storage, we can walk on these. By saving and loading on top of these transitions, it prevents our safe position being set. You are then able to jump from this position, and if you can navigate to a void pit without touching the ground, it will default back to your entry point value. Now, another way is to get our party members to teleport to the entry position. Since party members are unable to enter the transitions, we can manipulate this by getting them stuck so that they try to teleport to us but are unable to. Here we stand slightly outside of the loading transition so we can set up a position for a jump. By saving and loading midair, it forces our party member to teleport to us by entering the transition immediately after loading. This will prevent the party member from pathing to us and will freeze them in place. A bit after them being stuck, they will try to teleport to you. If they don't, you can manually swap to them in the party menu, and this will force them to teleport. Once they have teleported, we can use another glitch. By using party swap in the menu and then saving and loading, we will instead be teleported to the party member's coordinates, which will be at the entry point in the room which was changed by transition storage. If done correctly, you will load at the party member's location. Now, since we cannot interact with transitions because of transition storage, we have to be able to remove the state. There are two ways of doing this, either by teleporting or exiting to title screen. That is it for the commentary side. I'll leave you with some examples and that'll be it. Take care.